Welcome to the Soviet Strength Secrets Masterclass. In this video, I'm going to reveal a crazy effective method that can help you adapt to 20 kilograms to your sets in the next 30 days and develop a big athletic body as a side effect of your new crazy strength, which will allow you to learn insane calisthenic skills like this in just a few months, making your body float in the air like gravity doesn't even exist. And if you're really serious about this, then the secret strength methods from Russia that I am about to reveal to you in just a few minutes will help you go from beginner in calisthenics to champion level, giving you superhuman strength and making you stand out from the crowd as a true legend in the sport of calisthenics. The way we accomplish this as fast as possible, completely naturally, is by doing just 2 exercises and 2 high-intensity sets of Soviet-style training per session using a unique progressive overload method that I've been working on for years and which is the best method for naturals that exists. And bro, this method allows us to become stronger and progress every single session feeling more powerful, strong and excited than we've ever felt before in the gym. I know that sounds a bit crazy if you have been training for a while and if you have been constantly hitting plateaus, but the knowledge that helped me put together this plan and this system comes from Russian and Ukrainian legends of the sport. I don't want to use their names, but I think you know who I'm talking about. The best strength and calisthenics athletes on earth who have never shared their secrets with the English-speaking part of the world. And I've used this system myself to become a complete calisthenics athlete at only 21 years old, while being 188 centimeters tall and weighing over 92 kilograms. Plus, while having long legs and training them every week to make them even bigger. I've achieved results which most American calisthenics experts would say are impossible, simply because the knowledge hasn't reached the English-speaking people. So these influencers simply don't know how it's possible. But today that's gonna change, because I'm gonna tell you how you can use these strength secrets backed up by multiple world records to help you set a new PR as soon as today, whether you're a beginner, intermediate or advanced. Now, I wasn't really focused on sharing this secret knowledge until recently. I put together a plan and made a course, but I never really promoted it anywhere. I mostly just sent it to my friends who saw me doing the crazy muscle-ups and planche push-ups and wanted to do the same. And bro, the friends I shared it with, they're absolute monsters today. Then later, I grew a large audience on social media and more people started to find my course. And many of those people, the ones who took it seriously, they had some of the craziest transformations the world of calisthenics has ever seen, just like I did. The progress they made in a few months is more progress than most people make in 5 years.
And now, bro, no injury free, bro. Every dip session now I'm going up, bro. I think I went from 25 kg to 52 kg, 52.5 kg right now on dips, and pull-ups from 20 kg right now I am doing 42.5 kg pull-ups, so 7 reps. So,
that's very good, bro. And that's in how long, bro?
I think 2 months.
People don't make this progress in their whole life, bro.
No, that's why, bro.
So at that point, I decided to take all the secret knowledge I learned over the years and turn it into a system. This is a system backed up by multiple world records that can help you safely smash your PRs and make crazy progress this month. And guys are already using it to add 10 to 15 kilograms to their weighted dips and weighted pull-ups in 30 days. Guys who thought they had bad genetics, guys who were hitting a plateau for months, and also guys who thought they were too tall to learn skills, they all use this Soviet strength secret system to become calisthenics beasts, bro. And not only did they achieve insane results, but they did it in only 4 to 6 months, which is nothing when you consider that people usually spend 6 to 10 years to get to a high level in calisthenics. So I decided to restructure the secrets and turn it into a system. This is the Soviet strength system. It's like Soviet strength secrets on steroids, metaphorical steroids, because this system only works for naturals. I've decided to set the bar higher than ever to guarantee crazy progress for people who take the program seriously and follow it step by step. I will show you the exact strength methods used by Ukrainian and Russian strength legends to help you progress almost every single time you train completely naturally, and I will also show you why your new superhuman strength will be the foundation to master any skills you want faster than all other athletes in the sport. Skills like slow muscle-ups, 90-degree handstand push-ups, front levers, planche push-ups, and one-arm back levers. I'm gonna teach you how to build a complete skill set in calisthenics with no 10-step progressions. Also, bro, when you start using the Soviet strength secrets, your training is gonna be easier than ever. All you have to do is follow the steps I laid out in the plan, and you will literally make progress every single week. And the cool thing is that when you hit a plateau with one of the progressive overload methods, I have a second one ready for you to use so you know exactly what to do and can never stop progressing. Methods from Russian and Ukrainian legends with world records. These are the methods that will make you realize that calisthenics athletes are the kings of the gym. When you have been training for a couple of months and you start to get Soviet levels of strength and skill as a calisthenics athlete, you will see how life starts to feel really good and you start becoming truly special. If you're more introverted and you don't want a lot of attention, I recommend that you start going to the gym early in the morning. Because if you go when it's busy and you're a beast on the bar, everyone looks at you, bro. You feel like you're famous, it's crazy. You have to understand, bro, there's almost no one who can do the things we do. It's really like we're superhuman, even to the biggest guys in the gym. The guys inside the plan stand out from the crowd, almost like they're serious athletes training for a competition, instead of the average guy who follows bodybuilding influencers and go to the gym without a plan just to move moderate weights up and down without a real purpose except for aesthetics to impress women. The funny thing is, bro, when you use the strength secrets and get to a good level, you'll steal all the attention of women without even trying. And not only because everyone around the girls will be staring at you when you're walking through the gym carrying 20-kilo plates in your hands for pull-ups, but also because you unlock a complete athletic physique as a side effect of becoming super strong. You know, a lot of people are surprised when I say I got this body by accident, but it's true. It's simply a nice bonus of reaching Soviet level strength. Because you have to understand one thing, bro. When you focus on strength first, everything else just naturally falls in place. The mindset, the discipline, the skills, the body, the respect, the woman, everything, bro. And the best thing about this system is you never hit a ceiling like bodybuilders do, where you can't keep progressing unless you take steroids and you end up feeling like the gym is almost like a meaningless task. With the Soviet strength plan, you keep on setting new PRs every single week for years, even though you're only hitting 2 working sets per exercise. I know, bro, it sounds insane. It's all going to click in your mind soon, just like it did for me after spending years talking to the Russian and Ukrainian legends who gave me these secrets. So let me take you back to the source of my calisthenics power to show you exactly why I was able to achieve this crazy level of strength and skill in calisthenics, and why I believe you can do it too. Now, you might be surprised to hear that in the first few months of training, I wasn't serious at all. At the time, I didn't even know it was possible to move the way I do today. I just went to the park, sometimes just trained 3 times a week, sometimes 2 times a week, and that was it. But then one day, I achieved my muscle up. And it might sound a bit dramatic, but the first big result was a very important point in my calisthenics journey. I felt really proud of all my hard work and progress, and I wanted to keep going. The more I trained, the more progress I made, the more I started to fall in love with becoming stronger and improving my skills. But then, after a while, I hit a plateau. All of a sudden, progress got way slower and harder, and I felt like I was stuck. My progress had gone to shit. Sometimes I'd feel frustrated and almost depressed because I would be stuck at the same amount of reps for weeks. But for me, giving up was not an option. You know, I was addicted to the feeling of making progress and improving myself. So then I started thinking about how I achieved all this crazy progress in the first place. That's when I had a big insight and something just clicked in my mind. I realized how important knowledge is to progress, because I was only able to get this far because of what I knew. If you think about it, every single athlete who's achieved a world-class level in any sports had the best coaches in the world behind them. They talked to other legendary athletes in their sport and then put all the knowledge together to become the best. This is what great athletes do. You can't just train randomly and then whoops, I became world-class by accident. So I knew that if I wanted to become a world-class calisthenics athlete with superhuman strength who shocks the whole gym and even makes people quickly take out their phones to film, all I needed was knowledge. The best knowledge. The problem was, calisthenics was still very new at the time, so there was nothing on Google, YouTube or anywhere else that told me how strength athletes with world records achieved their level. Since my progress was so slow, I started looking at what other people were doing. I saw some people who would say to do progressions to learn skills with a long list of complicated workouts. Others just did a very high amount of bodyweight reps and basically chased the pump until they had big arms but small chicken legs. Others said that you can never master skills if you're too tall, or they would tell me I need to get 10 different programs which I found were super basic and nothing special. But I knew that if I wanted exceptional results to look, feel and train like the top strength athletes from Ukraine and Russia, the very top of the calisthenics world in every single skill, I needed to find new methods, because I knew I would only get basic results by following the basic methods. And to get world-class results, you need the knowledge of world champions. So I decided to do something that nobody would even think to do. I go in contact with world-class calisthenics athletes and I learn the secrets directly from the source. I spent almost all the money I had left over from my job, paying hundreds of pounds per month on consultations. Bro, at this point I've invested about £10,000 on consultations with these athletes to get the knowledge to achieve the level I am at now. My mom called me crazy at first, but I was 100% serious about me becoming the best. Now, of course, not all the calls and sessions I paid for were worth it. A lot of people might be good athletes, but they can't teach other people. Often, they don't know what they're even doing. It's all intuition. Even a world record holder told me, I just train and that's it. Then I just pretended I was busy so I could get off the call without insulting the man. But I didn't give up. I kept talking to other athletes and every once in a while I started getting golden nuggets of secret calisthenics knowledge on these calls that I had never heard of or read about before anywhere else. Nuggets so valuable that they clicked in my mind immediately when I heard them, because I knew that I was gonna make progress fast when applying these methods, even if they went against everything I had been taught before about building strength and learning skills. I've seen very big changes in the world of calisthenics for the past few years. I never really watched American and other English-speaking calisthenics guys because I could see how basic their methods were compared to the Soviet legends I was learning from. But a lot of these English-speaking influencers have really blown up now. And there are a lot more guys who want to learn the art of calisthenics. The problem with this is most of them prioritize the wrong things, like these 10-step progressions, and even if they're the most famous way to learn skills, they're actually far from the best and the fastest way to make progress in static movements. Of course, you can do progressions if you want to, but don't let people convince you that it's a shortcut. If you want to progress fast, you should be focused on building pure strength first, so that afterwards you can easily learn the skill in just weeks or months, depending on the skill. when it comes to building strength first, 99% of guys are still following the old bodybuilder methods. And to be fair, these methods work well if you're on steroids. Bro, on steroids, even lifting a chair will get you jacked, okay? So understand that these old methods were popularized by people who were juicing. And they are still being taught and spread everywhere today. Because whether you know it or not, all those fitness influencers you see on your Instagram feed basically telling you to chase a pump, they're all on steroids. I'm not saying that these fitness influencers teach bad methods. Like I said, if you take steroids, they work very well. But if you're a natural athlete like I am, then the old training methods based on volume that you're following aren't just slowing down your progress in calisthenics, but they're the main thing holding you back from becoming stronger and learning skills. These ineffective strength building methods that don't work for naturals is the main reason why most guys have insanely slow progress in calisthenics. Almost no one is actually able to do the skills with proper form because they have weak fundamentals. If they had more strength and better knowledge, they could master those skills much faster than they think. Like for example, I'm 21 years old, I have very long legs, plus I train them to grow in muscle, I'm 188 centimeters tall and I weigh 92 kilograms. And still, I feel as light as a feather when I fly with muscle-ups like gravity doesn't even exist. People respect me because I'm a complete calisthenics athlete and my skills look crazy in person. And it's not just me, bro. I also have students who are even a little bit taller than me who took my methods and can now make their bodies look weightless. Other people who don't know about Soviet strength methods think that the only way to master calisthenic skills is to train skills 6 to 10 years. Even most calisthenics influencers you see are like 30 years old and have been training for over a decade. What's even worse is that most of them are not even complete athletes. Most of the time they're just very light athletes with small legs and they're only good at one skill which they've been training for years. Those type of basic results are what you get when you only have basic knowledge. And to get world-class results, you need the knowledge of world champions. When I plateaued back then, I understood that what was holding me back was what I did not know. So I looked up the best calisthenics athletes alive, which were in Russia and Ukraine. I searched for a way to get in contact with them and spammed their DMs on Instagram for days and weeks until they replied. And then every month, I'd use almost all the money I had left over from my job, when I was making anything from 300 to 1,000 pounds at the time, and spend it on consultations with them. But you know, 99% of them don't speak very good English, or they don't speak English at all. So their knowledge has never spread around the English-speaking world. But because I speak Russian, I was able to communicate with them and translate all of their knowledge in my head in English. And bro, it felt like their knowledge was out of this world. Their methods were unlike anything I've ever heard before. And yet, at the same time, they made so much sense. While listening to them talking about their methods, I realized that I was destined to learn all their secrets so that I can change the entire sport of calisthenics by sharing it in English and making it available for people who take the knowledge serious. Now bro, becoming an absolute beast with crazy strength and skills is not that complicated. All it takes is 2 simple steps. The first step is to use the right progressive overload method to become as strong as possible, so that your body starts feeling lighter and lighter, even though you're getting bigger and bigger, without even trying. Like right now, I weigh 92 kilograms, bro. I put on some muscles last month and I feel lighter than ever. It's crazy. The first method I used to accomplish this, which I learned from a Russian strength expert, works by hacking the train to failure principle so that you can do it twice in the same session. This unique method is practically the opposite of what most fitness influencers are teaching. Most fitness influencers, as well as your friends, are probably telling you that you have to focus on volume, do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, and then slowly increase the weight. But for naturals, this is mostly bullshit advice. To be fair, there's one little known method to use this way of training to progress. But 100% of people I've met use the wrong method, which doesn't work for naturals, where they just lift moderate weights up and down over and over again without ever pushing their body to the limit. People who take steroids use this way of training because it's a very safe method and because they can recover from it very, very quickly. But us natural athletes do not. If you want to become a true calisthenics athlete, you need to become stronger and focus on intensity for only 2 working sets. That's the most important thing you need to understand about Soviet strength methods. And not only do you get stronger much faster with this method, but you also feel excited and motivated to go to the gym almost every single session, because you make progress every single time you use this method. Bro, especially in the beginning, you'll get a new PR every single session, and you're doing it with only 2 working sets per session with very low volume and only 2 different exercises. I know this might sound a bit weird, crazy, or way too simple. I even have students who told me that after they discovered this method in the plan, they didn't use it for months because they couldn't believe it was that simple. But then they told me that after finally saying fuck it and trying the plan anyway, they got results that they just couldn't believe. Like Dar, for example, who is just 2 months into following the Soviet strength secrets, went from 25 kilogram dips to 52 kilogram dips and 20 kilogram pull-ups to 42 kilogram pull-ups for 7 reps.
Going up, bro. So I think I went from 25 kg to 52 kg on dips, and pull-ups from 20 kg. Right now I am doing 42.5 kg. Program crazy, man.
So he almost doubled his strength in only 2 months. There is also Hufaiza, who went from barely doing 8 bodyweight pull-ups to 20 to 30 kilograms weighted pull-ups in just 3 to 4 months, which is a regular result for beginners using the Soviet strength method. I have seen this insanely fast progress so many times with the guys in the plan that I know the exact number of sessions you need to smash the PRs you have in mind. Now, when you have the right method for becoming strong and you've built some strength, you can start to learn skills. Before you try to do any complex skills, you should train until you get to 40 kilograms for 10 reps on weighted dips and 20 kilograms for 10 reps for weighted pull-ups. You see, bro, the first goal is to get strong fundamentals to start practicing skills. But then, as soon as you start doing weighted calisthenics with this method, that's when it gets serious. This is when you start becoming so strong that you push yourself in air as if gravity doesn't even exist. The stronger you become, the better you get at skills, and the easier it becomes for you to become a legend in the sport. But sadly, most guys believe the popular strength methods that are taught by bodybuilders who are on steroids and which don't work well for naturals. The plan they follow are built on 3 out of 10 information, and the results are so slow that they struggle with motivation. So they stay skinny, weak, and frustrated with themselves because they are not realizing their full potential. And every day they go on Instagram and feel insecure because they see all these influencers on steroids who brainwashes them with bad information that will never really work. The elite Russian and Ukrainian strength legends have to be a lot more on point than the bodybuilders you see on Instagram, because on Instagram they just do it as their job, and to get some views, likes and money from selling 10 different types of very basic workout plans. But for these Russian and Ukrainian athletes, it was different. You see, since calisthenics was such a small sport, they didn't have the money to buy steroids. And when you start taking steroids, you not only need to keep buying them over and over, you also need to do a lot of expensive visits to the doctor, since your health will start breaking down. That's why these athletes had no choice but to find ways to become stronger naturally. They had to have the most effective methods for naturals and the right knowledge. And following these methods is not only more effective, it it's also a lot more exciting and addicting. It's almost like you feel this high of motivation every time you train. You don't spend hours lifting moderate weights up and down with 20 different exercises until what you're doing feels pointless and boring because you get almost no result. Instead, you just hit 2 working sets focused on intensity, which allow you to progress and hit a new PR almost every single time. When you're inside the plan, you will quickly see how powerful you really are, bro. It's almost like a video game, where every time you turn it on, you level up and you get stronger and better. Except this is real life. You'll be leaving the gym after surprising even the guys with the biggest muscles when they see someone smaller than them lifting heavier weights than them. You will feel like you've evolved into a stronger and bigger beast after just 45-minute sessions. In fact, bro, I'm certain that if you haven't been using these methods before, you can set a new personal record today. Yes, today. You see, the progressive overload methods inside the plan work so effectively because they push your body to the limit every single session. And after you push your muscles to the limit, they start to rebuild themselves to make sure it never happens again, effectively giving your body a new limit. But the thing is, most guys who think they're pushing to the limit actually never truly max out. That's why they think it sounds completely crazy to only do 2 sets per session. They don't push their muscles to the limit as much as they just tire out their muscles. But think about it, if your body is able to do 5 to 10 sets per muscle group, then how are those sets pushing your body to the limit? Most guys simply don't have the right methods to safely put their full power into every single training session. In the Soviet Strength Secrets program, I teach you 3 different progressive overload methods used by some of the best strength athletes in Russia and Ukraine. And these methods are going to help you add kilograms to your sets faster than you ever thought is possible, helping you easily master skills that you used to struggle with. Hundreds of calisthenics athletes are already working hard inside the Soviet Strength Secrets program. People like Gabri, who recently hit 40 kilograms dips for 12 reps and is planning on hitting 60 kilograms for 10 within the next 2 months. Or people like Mario, who is making massive improvements in his slow muscle up using the methods in the plan. To make this crazy progress in such a short time, you need to follow a Soviet-style plan that focuses on intensity over volume, while also choosing the right combination of skills to learn and master. You don't want to start training skills too early or randomly so that it completely ruins your progress and causes injuries. So don't do 1-arm pull-ups for fun after your training, for example, because it will ruin everything. Just stick to the plan and you will get crazy results. And you will get those results easier than ever before. When you master Soviet strength training, you will easily learn skills without doing 10 different progressions first. And you can make progress almost every single week. And I know it might sound a bit crazy, bro, but it has only been a few months since I started to promote my Soviet Strength Secrets plan. And I've already been able to help hundreds of guys to become stronger and more complete calisthenics athletes. A lot of them who are taller than average and also had long legs like me. And still they are already mastering the 90-degree handstand push-ups and slow muscle-ups after only being on the plan for 6 months. Some students have even become absolute beasts on the bar and are able to move as if they're as light as a feather. When getting stronger is easy, mastering skills becomes peanuts. Of course, it still takes time, but you learn them in the fastest way possible. This is why a lot of guys using the Soviet strength method are already showcasing high-level calisthenics skills in their teens and their early 20s. And after not even a year of using the plan. Even people in their 40s and 50s have used the plan. For example, my dad, who is 45 and who went from 3 bodyweight dips to 35 kilograms weighted dips for 8 reps in just only 3 months. The Soviet strength plan makes progressing in strength and calisthenics easy, simple, and downright effective. You know, bro, trying to become a high-level calisthenics athlete with basic methods will not work. Since you're doing this naturally, you will need to train seriously with a 10 out of 10 progressive overload method for building strength, so that in a couple of weeks or months, depending on your strength level, you can easily achieve the requirements to start practicing skills or to smash through your current skill level. Plus, you will also know how to make your calisthenics training compound on itself, so that you keep getting stronger every week while enjoying every second of it. Because you know, bro, achieving fast results in calisthenics is cool, but the most important thing is to fully embrace the athlete mentality and enjoy the process of growing into your best self. And when you're consistently seeing every part of your life improve while you keep getting stronger, more disciplined, and more confident than ever before, you start to understand how everything falls in place when you focus on strength first. And that's when it becomes easy to train every day, eat like a champion, and to even create a career through your calisthenics like I've done at only 21 years old. Bro, even women start coming to you to admire you without you even trying. When you have this level of strength, women love to be with you because they feel like you're Superman. Anyway, step 2 of my program is more specifically about skills. I will guide you step by step through how to do them. Skills like plunge, slow muscle-ups, front lever, and one arm back lever, using simple but super effective methods to make the process easier. You know, people overcomplicate skills a lot, and some people even say it takes years to master just one skill like 90-degree handstand push-up. And that's 100% true if you have no idea what you're talking about. But when you follow the plan to achieve a good level of strength, you will also have the guidance from someone who has already mastered the skill. Then you can easily pick it up in less than 6 months, and even faster if you're very strong. In fact, bro, I learned full plunge in less than 3 months, even with my long legs, simply because I had such high level of strength by using the Soviet methods. I even documented my whole journey to show people that anyone can become a calisthenics beast with the right knowledge. Most people would say it's absolutely impossible to learn it that fast, even if you're short and have the perfect genetics for calisthenics. But bro, the best thing about this plan is that it's simple. I've cut out all the bullshit, so it's so easy to follow that you don't have to even think about it. And you go to the gym knowing exactly what to do to smash your plateaus. This way of training makes you a complete calisthenics athlete, automatically training every single muscle group, developing the strength required to learn any skill and master it, and doing it while building big legs, bigger biceps, bigger shoulders, and an elite level back. The type of physique that makes people ask me if I'm a bodybuilder, even though I'm 100% focused on building strength and I don't worry about how I look. Except for my legs maybe, because I want proportional mass and strength. With this plan, you don't have to choose between being small and good at skills, or having big muscles like a bodybuilder but lacking strength and practical use. You're gonna have it all, become big, look like a superhero as you pull your waist to the bar, and have insane practical strength they can actually use. Whether it's to do skills, throw punches that sound like explosions if you do boxing, or even lift up women as if they weigh nothing. But you know, my main point here is that when you focus on strength first, everything else falls into place. And that's why the goal of the Soviet Strength Secrets plan is simple: to gain crazy strength and to use that strength to become high level in the sport of calisthenics. And bro, unless you're already at an elite, world-class level as a calisthenics athlete, then your mind is gonna be blown the very first week that you start following the Soviet strength system. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you're gonna smash through your current plateau and find yourself getting stronger much faster and easier than ever before. As long as you're man enough to train with intensity rather than doing relaxed workouts just chasing the pump. If you just follow the exact steps that I tell you in the program, you're going to see a pretty good increase in strength over the next 1 to 2 months of following the plan. But you're going to see a very big increase in strength when you stick to the plan for 4 months, which is really fast when you consider that most guys stay stuck around the same level for years. Those guys can't even imagine learning things like 90-degree handstand push-ups or a slow muscle-up within a few months. It's 4 months to make a lot of progress, both in terms of strength and also in your skills if you already have a decent strength level. And then you can continue using the plan for the following months or years, and even your whole life if you're a really serious calisthenics athlete. In fact, since I made the plan, I've already discovered a bunch of new methods to smash from my own plateaus, which I continue even at this elite level. And I'm going to put those new methods in the plan, and I will continue to update it as soon as I progress in my own career. Bro, I wish I had this when I started at 14. I had to figure out everything myself and dedicate my whole life to calisthenics. But you can literally just follow in my steps and progress automatically for years and maybe even decades. And you will have to get stronger and stronger every single week until you can do no dip muscle-ups, handstand push-ups with weights on your ankles like me, even though I'm 188 centimeters tall and I have very long legs. And this is just the beginning, bro. When you get inside the plan, you'll have a predictable and proven path to becoming a complete calisthenics athlete. The type of a beast who shocks even the biggest guys in the gym every time. You take not 1, not 2, but 3 20-kilogram plates for dips, and who looks better than bodybuilders by accident. You'll become a serious athlete instead of the normal gym bro just lifting weights without a real purpose. In 4 months, you'll make insane progress, but then you can spend the following months and years working towards becoming truly elite, and maybe even creating a career with your skills now that calisthenics is becoming more and more respected. That's up to you. In the Soviet Strength Secrets program, you will first of all learn all the strength methods that originate from the strength athletes of the Soviet era, with which the natural Ukrainian and Russian calisthenics athletes at the top level used to set world records with. Whether you're a complete beginner or an advanced athlete, you're going to get the exact methods you need to progress to the next level fast. I'm going to give you a step-by-step plan for exactly how to train, how often to train, what exactly to do, and what skills to do, depending on your current level and your priorities for skills. Then I'm going to guide you through doing skills, how to do skills like front lever, muscle-ups, back lever, handstand push-ups, planche, 90-degree handstand push-ups, and more. And I'll help you do these skills with proper form to avoid injury. You'll get access to our private Discord community where you'll be surrounded by serious calisthenics athletes who are focused on building superhuman strength. So you'll be in the right place if you don't want to drink and smoke your 20s away like most people do. You'll have lots of brothers to talk about training, get your form checked, and you can also ask me personally any questions about training or any problem you encounter on your way to becoming a high-level calisthenics athlete. And I will send you a text or a voice message to help you. And bro, like I said earlier, I wish I could enter this program at 14 because it's almost like a cheat code. Whenever I had a problem in my calisthenics journey, I got in contact with an athlete who could help me overcome that problem. And I paid all the money I had to get the answers and make progress. Now, you're virtually gonna have the answers in your pocket all the time, as if you hired me as your one-to-one coach, because unless you've reached my level, then I've already solved the problem you're facing. Reaching your strength goals and making progress with this plan is gonna become predictable, simple, and automatic. I can literally tell you how many sessions you are away from your goals in weighted calisthenics. All you need to do is follow exactly what I say, and you will become a beast with crazy strength, a serious athlete who is like the king of the gym. When you suddenly lift yourself off the ground with an extra 60 kilograms hanging around your waist, a true legend in the art of calisthenics. If you're really serious about this, you can even become one of the first legends who really makes calisthenics big. Because let me tell you a secret. I'm not just doing this because I want to be fit and look cool on Instagram. Nah. And even though it's cool to shock the whole gym when they see you flying over the pull-up bar, is training for some compliments enough? I don't think so. That's exactly why I have this bigger vision. Bro, I'm doing this because I want to take the art of calisthenics to the Olympics and create elite athletes who can be the best in the world. By the way, if you're young, don't tell your parents about this dream because they will think it's completely crazy. But I think this program could be the starting point for all your success in life. Of course, I know that this is not for everyone. Not everyone is this ambitious. And I know many people just want to gain some strength, master some calisthenic skills, which is cool. This plan will help you with that. But if you really have that passion, that fire in your heart, then this knowledge, this plan, this community, it will turn you into a legend. This is the Soviet Strength Secrets program, which you get lifetime access to when you join today. Over the last 7 years, I've probably had close to 100 consultation calls with Russian and Ukrainian strength legends to learn the secrets, which I've now turned into a step-by-step system that you can follow to progress extremely fast. You're going to get the perfect plan, no matter what your current skill level is, for how to progress, how to structure your workouts like a champion, how to structure your diet, how to practice skills and how to do them with proper form. And you're also getting access to a community of serious calisthenics athletes who are working hard every day to become absolute beasts. Plus, I'm going to download the athlete mentality directly into your brain so that you not only have the best methods, but also the best mindset required to become a world-class athlete. I've spent around £10,000 in total on consultations with Russian and Ukrainian legends of this sport who taught me what I know. I've spent years putting all that knowledge together into a step-by-step system that's easy to follow. And now I've gathered all the most serious calisthenics athletes in one place to personally coach them towards becoming legends in the sport. But even after going to such extreme lengths to put all this together, I want to give this program to you today for only $159. I know that's crazy and you might wonder why I would do that when I could easily charge way more for this elite level program. I mean, bro, some coaches charge thousands for a meal plan and a few calls. And maybe it would be a smarter business decision to sell these secrets for way more. But what I also want you to understand is that I am a man on a mission. For 3 years, I spent a lot of the money I was making from my job on gathering the best knowledge because I had a vision for myself. And that was to make the art form of calisthenics world famous and bring the sport to the Olympics. So what I want to do now is find the most serious guys out there and turn them into elite calisthenics athletes by revealing the most effective methods for progressing. Because when people start seeing the absolutely crazy results that Bar Siegel athletes are getting with this new system and my coaching, then the sport of calisthenics is gonna get a lot of hype and it will get the respect that it deserves. But I want to make something very, very clear. The amount of progress you make in the next few months depends entirely on you. If you keep using the common methods that everyone else is using, then you'll get the same results as everyone else. If you have a good mentality, you can still get some results, but you might have noticed, if you've been training for a while, how you become unmotivated doing the same amount of reps with the same weight for months. Maybe you start to feel like it's almost pointless. It's just a chore that you do every day to look good in the bathroom mirror. If you go this way, you will never discover the strength and skill that you're capable of achieving. And you'll just become another guy at the gym lifting weights up and down, knowing deep down that you had the potential to be great, but you settled down for being average. Of course, if you're fine with that, then that's cool. You can keep doing what you're doing and focus more on the other things like school or work. Some people are happy with an average level of strength, and if that's you, bro, then it might be the best for you to just close this page right now and continue doing the same things. But since you watched this whole video, I think that you want more than this. If you're like me and you want to become truly special, If you follow in my steps and use the Soviet strength system over the next few months, then you're going to smash your plateaus while getting the muscle mass of a bodybuilder without even trying. Yet starting to feel lighter and lighter on the bar. You'll start adding on kilograms to your sets like crazy and feeling more and more confidence and power every week as you keep increasing your max. People will start noticing that you're getting bigger and ask if you're doing bodybuilding, even though you're doing 10 times less volume than an average bodybuilder. And in a year from now, bro, you're going to be a high-level calisthenics athlete and an absolute beast of a man. But, of course, you'll only get these results if you take this serious. And before you ask, no, there is no money back guarantee. The knowledge I'm giving you is directly from elite athletes at the top of their sport. And I only want to give it to guys who are all in and who are not afraid of investing in themselves. I want to give it to people who have a mission and who know they want to become special. That they don't want to be like an average guy who drinks away their 20s and never achieve anything. I'm looking for guys who know they want to become absolute beasts with crazy strength and world-class skills. That's the type of guys who get results. And over the next few months, I'm looking to produce a lot of results. If you want to be part of that, then I'll see you inside the program, bro. Just click the button down below right now and let's smash your PR together. Remember to introduce yourself in the Discord and to tag me and ask me if you need any questions or just help. It's time to become a